Good day and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Legends video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at the World Challenge Raid for the, well, I guess it's still Legends Fest, but basically the World Challenge Raid that's currently out, and it's against Jiren. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward. It's standard raid procedures. You can get raid metal 4 this way, some multi-Z power, but you can more importantly grab a whole bunch of crystals, which is the most important part overall. So obviously there are some boost characters. These characters will boost the amount of medals that you get. So yeah, generally speaking, it's pretty straightforward, I want to say. I think most players are used to World Challenge raids by now, so I wouldn't be surprised if, of course, they are relatively comfortable with it. There are some missions. These missions will give you 300 Chrono crystals, which is pretty good, and 500 raid medals, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, you can get 1,000 medals from the exchange shop as well. So there's a lot of prizes to get, so it's worth your time. Obviously, there's only 6 days to do the event as well. It's quite a short period, so make sure that you invest some time into grinding out these medals as best you can. That way, you're going to be able to get your hands on some rewards. So remember to go pretty hard as well. You want to grab as many rewards as possible, and it makes it a lot more easier if you, of course, go through of that. So yeah, basically, to be honest with you, that's pretty much it. Nothing too crazy. There's the exchange shop. You can get 1,000 Chrono crystals here, and you can get 100 Legends limited power, which is helpful. I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot, but if you do all these challenge raids throughout the year, you can probably almost 7-star a Legends limited this way, which I think is good. Obviously, it's a bit slow. It feels a bit tedious, but through the anniversary, I think I picked up 500 Legends limited power. This is another 100. Yeah, it does count. But yeah, obviously, just remember your bonus characters. You can put these inside your supports as well. They don't have to be your main unit. They don't have to be the unit you're attacking with. They can just sit inside your supporting group. Try and use the ones that give you the most medals. That's going to help you out the most. I'm going to be setting up my box with as many of the event exclusive units as I can to obviously try and get the most value out of each run, because the more medals you get per run, the better it's going to be. So obviously you want to try and have as many medals as possible. I think it makes it relatively straightforward and pretty good. So yeah, overall, shouldn't be anything too crazy, shouldn't be anything too difficult. Again, just try and prioritize having as many bonus characters as possible, and you shouldn't really have that many issues. We're going to be using a free-to-play unit as well as the attacking unit, but try and use the one with the biggest battle bonus. You want these to go by as quickly as possible. Otherwise it can end up being a very tedious grind. Well, it's already quite a tedious grind, but it can end up being like very, very tedious. So yeah, beyond that, there's nothing really else to mention, I want to say. I think that's pretty much everything covered. We'll be going into the fight and obviously finding a partner and doing the fight, and I'll talk a bit about the tactics there. But the fight took a very long period of time, so you will see a cut in the fight. I cut out like, I think 5 minutes of footage, because my ally was just not using their Rising Rush correctly after the first time they did it. So yeah, I think it was better just to cut it to make it a bit more convenient. But anyway, obviously hyperdimensional co-op, as the name infers, you generally need to play with another ally. You can play with friends, which is obviously a lot of fun if you can get it right. Or, you're just going to have to grind it out with randoms, which is also more than fine. It is what it is. It don't really matter. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So in terms of hyperdimensional co-op, obviously, I think most players are at least familiar with hyperdimensional co-op. and are familiar with how it functions and how everything works. By the way, you see this person here is using purple Gogeta. I mean, that's fine to use purple Gogeta, but just do the tactics properly. It doesn't really matter what you do. If you do the tactics incorrect, it's not really going to work out. So World Challenge Raid is very similar to Hyperdimensional Cup, which I keep saying over and over again. Apologies. But yeah, basically the boss will have a blue shield. You want to whittle down this blue shield through your attacks. Once the blue shield dissipates, you will then perform your Rising Rush, hopefully at the same time as your ally. And when you perform the Rising Rush, you will do quite a considerable amount of damage. If the boss intercepts your attacks and you commit a strike attack like you just saw there, you'll do a Dakabi Impact. And if your ally is under attack, you'll see a little exclamation mark appear above their head. Press it and then dodge out the way, and you'll be able to increase your link, which you can see is at 71. So if you intercept an attack, it jumps to like 100 pretty much straight away. And this helps to increase your damage that you do overall. So yeah, that's pretty much it. As you can see here, we will get the first Rising Rush perfectly on time, which is good. And then you want to make sure that you do hit your abilities at the same time. Now obviously we don't manage to kill the boss in one go, and that's largely to do with the fact that we don't have two very high bonus characters. So you just basically rinse and repeat the process. Yeah, I think that's it. Really, there's nothing else too much to mention. As I said, I will be cutting like the footage because it took like another 5 minutes. We do not Rising Rush when the blue shield is up. That's all I'm gonna say. It can be very, very time consuming to have multiple incorrect Rising Rushes, because you literally won't do a lot of damage. Like, you'll deplete the shield, but the amount of damage the Rising Rush does when you hit it when the shield is empty is quite sizable. So if you miss it, then it can cause you a lot of issues. I just really don't suggest missing it, basically, to cut a long story short. But yeah, that is basically it for the World Challenge Raid. I hope this video helps you guys out. I hope you enjoyed the video. And yeah, obviously some great rewards, 1,300 Chrono Crystals to be precise, and 100 Legends Limited Power, so pretty good rewards. And yeah, just basically make sure that you do it as always, and I should be able to see you guys in the next video. But claim those rewards, save them if you're not spending them on Android 17, but it's just some nice PvE content, really, to just generate some rewards so that you can obviously spend it a bit later. But yeah, I think that's everything. Like I said, there are missions. The missions are fairly straightforward, but you're going to need to be quite proactive on them if you want to get them done. So try and make sure that you do them as early as possible every single day. And yeah, beyond that, that's pretty much it for me. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care, stay safe, and bye.